Danny, so you want to talk about the Resident Evil, the new game coming out? What's that all about?
Resident Evil: The Village, and the big booed goth lady, vampire lady. She's gonna chase us around. She stole Ella. We gotta find Ella and bring her back to the real world. Get out of the medieval town. But the vampire lady has all her vampire minions chasing us. We gotta kill them. Gotta survive. Don't let the vampire lady breastfeed us.
Is this
So
like?
is this
Go ahead.
is this game going to be like a traditional Resident Evil, such as Resident Evil 4 through 6? Is it going to be third person, or
Oh
do
no,
they
it's gonna
plan
be
on
first
first
person.
person?
It's gonna be first person, but
Only?
it's gonna
Okay, so
actually
like
be actually way more action paced. Like a lot more like guns and action than it was in the
in
7.
7,
Yeah.
but it is going to be first person. Is it going to have VR support as well?
Actually, there's no VR support for this one.
No VR support for this one.
No VR support.
See, that could have been a big push because everybody, even like they dropped the Skyrim VR. They've got a new Medal of Honor VR. Like I feel like maybe Capcom dropped the ball
Yeah,
on
but
it.
that was a big push because of PlayStation VR coming out at the time. So that was a big like PlayStation VR exclusive.
Well,
They
well,
pushed.
well, right, but I mean, you got to think they're probably going to sell Resident Evil Village through Steam, and Steam has a big VR market. As
I'm
far
sure they'll have the VR come out afterwards, like a lot of games do.
because I think that would be, especially if you could get your hands on maybe like a Valve Index or something along them lines. I think that would be cool, especially if they use the finger recognition tech in it as well.
Oh yeah, they
Especially with it
told
being
me.
Resident Evil, could you imagine just like picking up an ammo box and then like having to stick it in your duffel or something? Like that would be extremely cool.
So this is Resident Evil 8, right?
Yeah,
Technically, yes.
Okay, yeah, I haven't played any. It says yes, Resident Evil 8 will support VR. However, players should note that its compatibility with each various headset will differ depending on their personal setup. Once it releases May 7th. This is
look
on
at me, why
DoubleTap.com. I don't know how reliable
reliable that
this.
is.
I mean, I've not used Double Tap, but I mean, usually if PC Gamer and IGN are good sources, but I've not used them before. But I mean, like Danny said, even if it's not supported off release, I mean, I'm sure they'll work something out for the Steam market and stuff as well.
Yeah, but there's no
But
official word that they said from Capcom on exactly which headsets will be
would be
Probably won't
supported.
be on PlayStation VR. I can tell you that.
Oh well, yeah, I'm sure. I mean, when's the last time they made an actual PlayStation VR game?
Well,
Other
speaking of PlayStation VR, they actually just announced the PSVR 2 coming out.
for
They're-
PS5?
Yeah, but they
Oh,
said it's gonna take a couple more years, but it's in the production now, so that's cool to look forward to.
Y'all getting a PlayStation 5?
I
uh,
plan on getting a PS5 eventually. It's
maybe
no like
eventually.
rush, but
Yeah, maybe for like the living room or something. But
Like the
for
the the second edition or something, probably like the Pro. They come out with the
yeah,
Pro. I don't know
something.
anything
yeah,
about the new.
hopefully they have their stock issues under control. But I mean,
Well,
every
they
every company
actually
dropping
Sony
out.
said that they're starting to port a lot of their PlayStation games exclusives to PC. Like Days Gone just got announced it's coming to PC here this summer.
You said what game? I'm sorry.
Days Gone, that giant
Oh,
zombie open world
yeah.
game.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be awesome. I bet you it'll run a lot better than it did on the PS4. That's
Oh
for
yeah, they updated the graphics. They said they uncapped the frame limits.
oh, uncapped. I wonder.
Uncapped.
Huh.
On
I
console?
wonder.
No, for PC.
Oh, PC.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I don't know
I
why I
thought we were
thought
talking about consoles still.
PS5. Yeah,
Yeah,
so did
alright.
I. I heard what he said, but then I still processed like uncapped and processed that as PS5 and was like, man, that thing's gonna have mad screen tearing. But so are you gonna what's the main reason and drive for you to want to get a PS5 in particular?
Mainly just for the exclusives to come out for the PlayStation.
And
PlayStation's always had good exclusives.
yeah, so like, but is there an exclusive that you're looking forward to that's exclusive to the PS5 in particular? That's
Well, we know God of War Ragnarok's coming out
yeah,
eventually.
that'll be pretty good, I'm sure,
And
because
that's probably when I'll honestly go get a PS5 is when that game gets announced and like dropped.
yeah.
The Days Gone 2 will come out for PS5, so that'll be fun to play. That sequel after I play it on PC.
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Oh yeah, man, I hadn't played a Ratchet and Clank game in like since like PS2 maybe. Was it, or was it PS3? I don't know. It's been forever, nonetheless.
Probably PS3.
But ooh, are they gonna make Knack 2 for the PS5?
How well did Knack do? Did
I
it do
don't
that
know.
good?
I don't know if it like did good, but the game was actually really cool and it was pretty fucking fun. Personally, like I would play the shit out of that. Like me and my little girl could play that easily. Like
Oh, Knack 2's already out. Knack 3 though. Knack 2
Knack
came
2's
out
already out.
September 5th, 2017 on PS4.
Really?
Yeah, I never even heard of it.
Me neither. I didn't.
Huh.
And
that went under the radar then because I didn't know anything about it.
I don't
Like,
know
that means-
anything about Knack 3. They said yeah, nothing come out yet for that, I don't think.
So no Knack 3 info yet. I haven't even played Knack 2, but I played Knack 1.
I didn't even play the first Knack.
It was like one of the only games available on the PS4 when it first came out. I feel like it was like
Okay.
that, Call of Duty Ghost. Maybe there was a Need for Speed or something, and then of course your football games and shit.
No,
Like
there
that.
was definitely a Need for Speed.
Yeah, it was like was it the newer version of Most Wanted? Maybe. Not too sure.
I don't
But,
know. I remember my friend talking about it all the time, and I ended up playing it for like a month.
Have you played the most recent Need for Speed?
No, I have not, but I've seen my friend play it.
Which one's the
dude,
most
like,
recent?
it's the one that we were playing.
Oh, Heat?
Yeah, Heat.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, it's not the
Dude.
best, but it's really good.
It's not the best by any means, but as far as like recent releases by Need for Speed, definitely tops the charts for sure.
Yeah.
It still doesn't have anything on like the Underground 2 like game or.
Oh yeah,
or the
Underground 2 is.
original Most Wanted.
Huh?
I like the pink slip
I
races.
remember playing Need for
Yeah.
Speed on my little PSP. Remember the little PSPs that came out back in
Yeah,
like the early 2000s?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Need
remember
for
playing Need for Speed on that. Maybe in
Yeah.
middle school, in class.
Dude, did y'all ever play that Burnout game?
Burnout Revenge?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. You couldn't go
Dude.
against the traffic, but you could just destroy everything with the traffic. Yeah. Good time.
And then was it Revenge or was it Burnout 2? Paradise. One of them had it to where they had the crash contest where you'd hit the ramps and you try to cause as much damage off of one
I don't
ramp.
think that was Burnout Revenge. I'm not sure. I didn't play the other ones.
I don't know. Those games were fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like
That was
that's
like PlayStation 2, right?
Yeah, like PlayStation 2 and maybe there was one on the PS3 at the very beginning. But that's what I had hoped the Crew was going to be to some extent, where you could like destroy shit and all that kind of stuff. But it
Yeah,
didn't
what a
end up
flop that was.
I had high hopes for the Crew, and that game just never exceeded expectations.
Right.
And then the Crew 2, yeah.
Yeah, maybe I got excited for that game too, and that game was a flop.
You know what? We can't really call those flops because we witnessed the biggest flop in gaming history in 2020 when Anthem dropped. Come on, that game had so much hype behind it. Now, here's the kicker, man. Like, we all buy the game and we try to play it together, and then it never fails that one of us gets in, and then one of us gets in, and this is repeating loading screen. Do you remember that shit?
Yeah.
Like, someone would push too far ahead, and it would make you load again. And like what they were all like on their Twitter and everything. Oh well, a SSD would help speed it up. I go out to Walmart and buy a fucking $200 SSD to play it, and it still had shitty load times. Then they're Anthem next or whatever the fuck they were trying to call it. They just up and at it and like, yep, we give up.
Yeah, after a year of development. Of redevelopment.
Yeah.
Nah, it was 2 years of development.
Was it? No.
Yeah.
That came out last year, didn't it?
Yeah. No, hold
Was
on.
it last?
I read that article the other day. That shit was like
They just shut it down. Yeah.
after a year of development, like redevelopment.
Yeah, that's. I mean, They just, I don't know how they dropped the ball that big, to be quite honest. Like, it was, load times were crap. And then even if you had a steady little game session playing it, the content fucking sucked too. Like, there wasn't enough of it. Cool concept. Shitty developers took on that concept and that game type, and they dropped the ball.
Honestly, they really just try to take on Destiny, and they didn't do a good job at all. I remember it was advertised as the Destiny killer.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I remember that.
Absolutely.
Destiny.
Yeah. And it very well could have been had they had enough content and they didn't have so many technical issues with the game. Like, it was fun, but at a certain point, you've beat everything. You're maxed out your gear. There's no raid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, now they're strengthening Dragon Age, Mass Effect titles, and Star Wars: The Old Republic.
yeah, that's all we need is a fucking Mass Effect Andromeda remaster. Like,
But here's the funny thing about that. Fallout 76 launched like 3
I
months
knew it,
before.
bro. I knew you was
Anthem
gonna
did.
say this.
Launched about 3 months before Anthem did. Had just as bad release as Anthem did. 3 years later, Anthem flopped. Fallout 76 is succeeding. You go on Steam reviews, they're all mostly positive reviews. And it has like an average of like 12,000 players on Steam. That's just Steam.
I saw your tweet on that. That triggered me for a second. Just because
Really?
I despise Fallout.
But it's come such a far way.
It has. It looks a lot better. I'm not gonna lie, but
I mean, those developers have put so much work into it. I mean, they were getting so much heat.
here's
Everybody
my-
was
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
everybody was pissed when it first came out. I mean, it was glitchy, you couldn't play it. It was lagging.
No,
there
The
was
see,
the
enemies,
bugs,
the rubber banding.
destroying
that's
the,
exactly
the economy and everything, getting all that like
Yeah.
dupes and stuff. Yeah. The
And then they came out.
what was that thing called? They went into that room for the dev room or something. Like they.
Yeah, the dev room.
No, that was probably my biggest thing with Fallout was like the year that Fallout dropped, it was just the year of getting fucked by game studios hard, with that being the year that Islands of Nine, they stopped the development on that. There was that big, huge, supposed to be like 1,000-player battle royale called Mavericks Proving Grounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro.
And these are games that
awful.
like, and I invested, like that I didn't get any of the money back for. That was like $50 for Mavericks Proving Ground. And then you get a game like Fallout, you put money into it, it's supposed to be the next greatest thing, and then you get in there and it's just like, did I just spend $65 minimum on this? God forbid you bought the collector's edition or something, so then it just jumps well over 100, and then you sit down and you try to play it, and the whole time you're literally scratching your fucking eyes out because of how like energy draining this game is. And then I tried to play it again, but it just, the memories scarred me permanently when it comes to that.
Yeah, same. It's already just a sour taste in your mouth.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I think that
Islands of Nine, bro, the best BR possible. Could have been the best BR possible. Mavericks
Rest
Proving
in peace.
Grounds, like that was like a good idea, like sick ideas, but then once you like played any of the beta or what the pre-alpha or whatever, it wasn't even an alpha. It was like, and it was just terrible. It was like there's nothing in it, and then there's like things invisible and everything. Like they couldn't even get that right. Like remember that bridge? Like the bridge was invisible.
I mean, it's even kind of falls back into, I really would consider mine, but at the same time, but nonetheless, is Atlas. I feel like we got fucked on that game
Atlas,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah,
Spawning,
that was
bro.
another-
I just saw the clips the other day. The spawning underwater, and then the
Yeah.
ills coming to get you, the fucking ills and shit. Like, and then you try to go up, and the ills kill you before you go up, so you're drowning and dying from electric ills and shit. And then you can't even get in the server, bro.
Or you finally get swam the 20 miles to the beach, and then as soon as you get there, some other player just runs up and mollywops your ass, or you get ate by a fucking bear or a fucking lion or just whatever the fuck's in the area.
Not to mention
And-
you just spent a whole day to build a boat, and then you get on the next day and the boat was there 15 minutes beforehand, and then I get on and then it's gone 15 minutes later. Like, where's that boat go, bro? Like, you're on, and I'm not. I get on 15 minutes later, and the boat's gone. That's like that's like
Or
8 hours.
then the motherfuckers that we played with on there, that company or whatever that we played with, like those kids like ran that shit like a concentration camp. Like I couldn't craft something with things that I farmed. Like I've done farmed metal, fish oil, everything to make a gun. I make the fucking gun, and then here comes this guy. Where'd you get that gun at? I fucking made it. Like, where's the resources? I was like all over the place. Fish in the ocean, metal rocks back over there. Like I just farmed all this. He's like, these motherfuckers went to the extent of like making me throw my gun down so they could pick it up to see who crafted it. And then we got kicked.
Wow.
Yeah, we got kicked.
For
I
no
tried.
fucking
I tried
effect.
shipping their boat stuff into the middle of the ocean, and it like anchored as soon as I hopped off the boat. I told you, bro. I should have demolished that shit.
Yeah, we should have those
Because they had
assholes.
the permission settings wrong for a second. Like we could have easily just demolished all of their stuff, all of it.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And then, but that was like the next thing is like these companies didn't really quite do it the right way because you got to think the same company that partook in making Ark was responsible for Atlas. And the reason I feel Atlas didn't have such a solid launch like it should have was just because they were pushing the tech boundaries at that time. Because instead of it just being one little server that you connect to, you literally transfer between a whole bunch of servers that have been kind of knitted together like a quilt. So then, like, if this server here's down and you're in your server, and all of the surrounding servers are down for any maintenance or they just went down by accident, you're stuck in your server.
Which is
Like, there's
big
nothing.
enough. It's big enough for
It
like
is.
being stuck for like an hour or two, but
Unless you're in a battle with somebody, and then you're fucked. You're just stuck, just getting nailed the entire time you're going around.
yeah, or you're like off trying to do some like mission, and then you're in somebody else's server, and then your server like pops down. Now you can't get back.
Yeah. Oh, that he got all the resources. Oh, dude, that game gives me flashbacks too. Like Jesus. So does Ark.
Speaking of Ark, Sons of the Forest is coming out here soon. That's gonna be fun.
Sons of the Forest.
Sons of the Forest, the sequel to the Forest. Remember the Forest?
Yeah. I played it not
Yeah,
too long ago, actually.
that's gonna be a lot of fun. But it's gonna be a lot more guns, they said. And
That's good because what were there even guns in the
no,
forest? I thought
you had like melee weapons and the bows and like
yeah,
stuff, but they're gonna give you like guns and you can build guns. They're redoing the whole entire building system. You'll be able to dig tunnels now, big underground like you can in 7 Days to Die.
well, weren't they supposed to be dropping like a new Dead Island game here soon? I
Dead
thought.
Island 2?
Yeah, what's up with that?
No idea. I think it
Yeah,
got delayed again, but I could be
it might have,
wrong.
but that game would be pretty cool to play.
That got announced like forever ago though, and at least
Maybe
like 5 years ago. I feel like.
you think so?
I feel like it.
I'm gonna look it up real quick. I'm gonna see when it
It says December 31st, 2021
For Dead Island?
for Dead Island 2. Yeah.
Yeah, but when was it announced?
Oh, announcement date. Come on, Google. You're telling me the release date.
People don't know.
Dude, yeah, Dead Island 2 is an action role-playing survival horror video game and developed by Sumo Digital and will be published by Deep Silver. It is just the second main entry to the Dead Island series. It was first revealed on June 9th, 2014.
Yeah.
7 years ago.
At
Like,
Gamescom.
See?
Yeah. 2014, bro. They
damn,
must
is
have
that
really changed something up.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
remember Dead Island being kind of scary too at nighttime with all the monsters. You'd like run away or else you'd get like
I had a good
screwed.
time on Dead Island.
no, I would get down with playing that. That would be pretty fun.
Yeah.
But
A lot of fun.
I think it would be pretty cool. Speaking of zombies, what do you guys think of the new zombies mode Outbreak?
I like it. I'm also like its potential. Heard.
Well, I don't want to phrase it as I don't like it. It could have I think I would like it more if we had a consistent group of 4 that was on the same page. Because if you
Yeah,
have one person that's not on the same page as you, it completely ruins the entire match. Like prime example, it's not that big of a deal, but we were playing it the other day. It was me, Polar, and my cousin Blake. Blake's phone was dead, so he didn't get in the Discord, and then he activated one of the main events on the map, and it was on like day 4, and he's by himself. We're on the opposite side of the map, so he's having to sit there and fight this thing by himself, and he's just getting fucked up.
Yeah,
So
you gotta defend the like whatever it was. You gotta defend in that building, and if it gets destroyed, you lose the game.
yeah,
yeah.
so we lost due to that. So I feel like that's one of the issues, is that it's hard to play with a group outside of a pre-made group before you start.
Oh yeah, you need a good team for it.
Right, absolutely. And then
And that just
I think,
makes it better though.
like, as far as the difficulty of it, like, yeah, I definitely agree. Like, you just need a good prefab group of people on the same page. I do like where it's taking zombies. I feel like um there are definitely some changes that they could make. Like, I feel like they're able to support an entire Warzone map without multiple loading screens. So why couldn't we load into something like that, to where we're not having to load into different areas? There's just all these
And the load
objectives you
times
can
are
go doing
terrible.
around.
Well,
Yeah.
that's not terrible because of PlayStation players and old Xbox systems. If you get
Well,
all like PC
but
players, then it won't be bad at all.
but it kills the immersion, in my opinion.
Oh
Like the
yeah,
loading
definitely.
screens in between, like it's like, oh, here we go, Versus you could teleport in Warzone and it teleport you to a different part of the map. Like they did that with fucking Fortnite. They can do it with fucking Call of Duty, and they
You
can do
gotta
it with
think though, this is like the Nocturne on Toten of Outbreak. Like this is like the
right.
very first like
The
thing
first
ever.
iteration.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not. That's why I said I like the way it's going, but I would like to see it get to the point where there's not a loading screen in between the zones like that. Like to where you just travel across the map and you do all sorts of stuff, and you just see how long you can last going around that map.
I was a bit
And then,
critical with this shit at first. Like multiplayer players, like Danny mentioned, like multiplayer community, like were bitching about the zombies community getting like all that content, but it's
right,
just recycled fire teams like maps like currently. Like all they did was place a couple of things here and there on each map, and then here's a little beacon spot with all the normal zombie stuff, and wang bang boom, like you got a new game mode. Like that doesn't really sit well with me. Like that's 3 maps that are
Codename
recycled.
Codename Pizza did an interview with the Treyarch devs, and he posted it on YouTube the other day.
right.
But he asked them, are they gonna get like dedicated zombie maps for Outbreak? And it said this was coming in season 3.
Season
And
3.
yeah, so
Okay.
DLC 3. So also along with that, was going to be Easter eggs for Outbreak.
Well, hold up. Is it season 3 or DLC 3? Like you confuse me with the DLC thing, because
Aren't they the
like
same thing?
Gotta be talking about season 3.
because well, yeah, because if you think about it, we got the stuff that came out with the season pass, right?
This is season pass
The
2.
battle pass.
Yeah, battle pass or whatever. But they also dropped extra little like bonus stuff later on in the season that wasn't on the roadmap.
But that was reloaded. That was DLC 1 reloaded.
What are y'all talking about? Extra
Wait,
When
so
bonus stuff?
when Firebase Z came out and then a new multiplayer map that came out like 3 weeks ago.
Was that not all a part of the season or battle
It was part of
season 1?
DLC 1. It was just part called DLC 1 Reloaded.
right, and that's when they added the shotgun and stuff, correct?
Shotgun.
Yeah, the street sweeper.
That was added like randomly. I feel
Randomly,
like.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, there's so many different forms of like they have the battle pass stuff, they did the reloaded stuff, but then they dropped content randomly throughout the season as well.
Yeah. There's random guns,
So yeah, exactly. So I mean,
packages, blueprints.
because I'd heard like I don't know how true it is, and like I'm not much into believing what I read on Reddit for the most part, especially when it comes to leaks. But does that we were supposed to potentially get a remake of or a remaster of
Kino?
Kino with it? Yeah, Kino. And
So it's supposed to be in the Berlin map, which is supposed to come in DLC 2 Reloaded, if that makes sense. People on code for people found code in the game for a Berlin map, and like Kino is like in the code, and so speculation is going to be like it was with Nocturne Toten and the Die Machine map, where Kino will be part of the map, but it'll be like Berlin City, and like Berlin's in the campaign. There's a giant Berlin map, and the same map that's in this Mathemax cutscene for the Die Machine intro, like same exact street and everything, the telephone booth, the buildings. So people are going to use that
So it's
campaign.
not gonna. What you're saying is it's not gonna be exclusively Kino. Kino's just gonna be a portion of the map, kind of how
Yeah,
Knox is with Die Machine.
yeah. It'll be a
So
big map or a good sized map with
I
Kino
wonder
in it.
how big it will be. Like, because I feel like they went from like pretty darn big with Die Machine if you account for both layers of the map to Firebase Z. I feel like if it wasn't for the assault round zones on Firebase Z, it would be a pretty small map.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like every DLC, like the first DLC of every zombie map was pretty small. Like the Horizon Drac, that was a small map. DLC,
Horizon Rock? The
yeah,
snow
with the
castle.
bows.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
with the bows.
Was that small to you?
Yeah,
I think it just felt that way because it was a whole bunch of hallways.
it was just a small area. You just had the two courtyards in the castle, really, and then the basement.
And then the basement, but that whole basement was like a whole area too. And then you had the three courtyards. You had the upper platform where most people chilled for high rounds, and then you had the two lowers, the one that leads into the church or whatever to where you can get the bow.
I feel
And
like
then
Yeah,
the
if
that's
you
a
other,
think
decent
about that,
sized map though. Yeah.
you go to Firebase Z, you got a whole entire village with the room above Wonder Fizz.
right.
And then,
I'm just saying how big is it going to be into perspective to both of those? Because if you look at Die Machine was fairly large. I feel like Firebase Z was a little bit smaller. Is this map going to be smaller, or is it going to be bigger than both of those?
I
Because
want a bigger map, but if they're gonna give us dedicated outbreak maps, then
there's
I
the
don't
point.
mind another small map if we're gonna get like a giant outbreak map. Like if
Ooh,
they remaster Transit and then put it in Outbreak, and then give us a small survival map, I'm okay with that. But if they're gonna give us like a bullshit Outbreak map that they remastered from multiplayer, then give us like a good sized survival map. That's the way I feel about it.
no, I mean that would be pretty cool. I feel like they would kind of increase the difficulty on the Easter eggs.
So an interview came out, and less than 2% of people were completing Easter eggs from World at War through Black Ops 4. Less than 2%, and they designed the maps for zombies around the Easter eggs a lot, and
Yeah.
so they made Easter eggs easier to do, so that more people could achieve them, so that there's more accessibility to the casual player.
They are still too easy though.
Yeah, I mean, like
It could be harder, yeah.
dialing it. I feel like I get the dialing it back part, but then they may have went a little too far back, on it. Like I feel like all of the little annotations that they give you on screen marking where objectives are and stuff shouldn't be a thing.
I feel like you should do. Remember World War II, where you had the Easter egg where they told you what to do, like here's all the steps. Then there's also another Easter egg where they tell you what to do at all, and you have to figure it out on your own. I
And
think
this
we
is
should
on
do
what
that.
map?
World War II zombies.
Oh, okay. I don't think I played much of the World
I
War
didn't
II.
play it that much.
But they would like here go, here's pack a punch, build it, here's how you build the wonder weapons. But then there would be like another like actual Easter egg to the map. Besides like the easy one. So each map had two Easter eggs. An easy one and one that you had to figure out on your own. The one that you
Okay.
had to figure out on your own was actually like the main Easter egg for the map.
So
But
are
it
they
made it so casual players could do it and get the Easter egg done, and then you could be a hardcore player and get like the hardcore Easter egg done.
so are we gonna come to find out here in like 6 months or so, closer to the end of Black Ops Cold War, that there's Easter eggs on every single one of these maps that just hasn't been found yet?
Easter eggs are coming in season 3.
So they're gonna add more Easter eggs to the other maps?
Yeah.
Like the previous maps that are out right now?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. And that's like, this is speculation kind of
No,
info?
this is confirmed. This has been confirmed in multiple interviews. Charlie Intel reported on it too.
The big thing for making it harder is not so much to have the players like it's too easy right now, right? So like back in the day, if you couldn't figure out an Easter egg and you didn't have anybody like word to mouth, you look it up on YouTube. And That brought a lot of people into like Call of Duty. I feel like the YouTube
Yeah,
community, posting about Easter eggs and posting about these tutorials and everything. Like if you look it up right now, I'm sure it's not as big as it used to because a lot of people just do it based off of what the game tells them to do. That's probably like a big problem. Like you get a lot of promotion, like a free promotion at that, just doing harder Easter eggs for YouTubers to shout for you. Be a lot better.
Maybe so.
Hopefully they're harder.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I miss the days of back in the day when it took, maybe a week and a half
yeah.
after the map came out for the Easter egg to actually be
You be
solved.
checking your phone, watching YouTubers every single day,
Mhm.
watching find an
Yeah.
Easter egg.
Like, can you guys remember the Easter egg for Call of the Dead on Black Ops 1? It's the one with George Ramirez or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like, I mean, how long did it take them to solve that one? Especially with the lighthouse knobs and everything. Like, that was a pretty tough one until
I
you
remember
learned
Revelations took a week and a half to solve.
Revelations.
Black Ops 3, the last map.
Is that the one that's like origins and all that and stuff in it, or
Yeah,
okay?
My favorite Easter egg was like Moon. I love Moon Easter egg. Like just
Near Earth.
hitting that sphere, just going up, and then you got to get that special weapon to connect, to connect to each other. Then you hit it, and then it goes down, and then go through the tunnel on the other side. And your excavator, like if you don't get like the blessed excavator, then it's a lot harder. Like it's got to be in that one position. Like it's a lot of like you get into the game and you're not sure if it's gonna be possible or not. So then you have to get into another game. So it's like a lot of replayability and everything. Kind of what I liked.
No, yeah.
I like
I,
how Outbreak brings everything that was from the old zombies though into like a reality. Like they brought the aggregato back, so we could get the Thunder Gun back. We could get the Wonder Waff back when you think about it.
Or waffle. Ooh.
That would be fun to play with. Like,
Maybe so. I mean, I like these whole new Wonder Weapon concepts instead of recycling old ones. To be quite honest,
oh
like
yeah,
it
but
spices it up.
Wonder Waff is still a fan favorite.
Well,
Everybody loves the
I mean,
Wonder
it
Waff.
shreds. That's why it's probably like one of the, if not the most powerful.
OP Wonder Weapons.
Yeah, absolutely. You just take out a whole fucking mob of zombies with one shot. Like shit's pretty insane. But
Speaking of the Wonder Waff, the tier 5 for the electrocution weapon mod.
oh, you talking about elemental pop?
No, the actual weapon mod. When you go to Pack a Punch, the electricity one.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, you shoot that and it activates a tier 5. It takes out an entire horde like the Wonder Waff does. There's videos of it on Reddit and YouTube, but it's like the best one now. And it counts toward your critical kills for your guns when you get it.
You think it's better than the turned?
I don't know. People are saying it's the
Turn
best one, but I haven't used
Turn's
it yet.
pretty solid. The only thing is it's very misleading as to the way that it's worded. It says that your turned zombie with brain rot is going to explode and then infect 3 zombies close to it with brain rot as well. But they don't turn for you and go out and attack, which is what I thought it was going to be. They had ended up when it blows up, if there are other zombies around it, up to 3 of them will just instantly blow up and die as well.
Well, that's fine though. I feel like if it was
But
the other
turning
way
into
around, it'd be
bosses,
really OP.
turning
Yeah,
into
that's
bosses in the turn is pretty cool though. I've been turning manglers and mimics
Yeah.
into primary. So cool watching them just go and shoot or just go and attack. You get a mimic turn inside one of the houses you boarded up in for the ether and an outbreak. He clogs up a hallway or like a stairway, and he just attacks all the zombies. You're just chilling. It's
Can you
pretty nice.
can you pet you can't pet turns, huh? Like the those one zombie
The
dogs,
dog, yeah, you
you can
can.
pet those, but you can't pet the other ones.
Not the mimics or the manglers, but you can pet the hellhounds and the plague hounds.
can you turn the they don't have the same name as the thing in Black Ops 2 Transit, but
The
the
Tempest. Yeah,
yeah,
you can.
you
Yeah,
can turn those. Oh,
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
yeah. You just can't turn the Megaton or the Panther Soldat.
Okay.
That's odd because both of those are considered elite as well, but
I don't know. It's the wording. It's weird.
But
Like I
what
think the Mangler, the Mimic, and the Templar are like special zombies, and the Megaton and the Soldat are elite
you know what
zombies.
I'm curious about is how good that new AR is in zombies.
It shreds in multiplayer.
Dude, it does
It
so much damage per bullet in multiplayer that it's just like that thing probably shreds zombies.
Nobody's talked about in the YouTube community too much. Everybody's still using the Howler mainly as the best weapon for zombies, minus the ray gun or the ray K.
Right.
So
I mean that's I mean I don't know that new shotgun, the Street Sweeper, once you get that
it's,
thing pack-a-punched, ooh, it's insane.
it is fun.
It's definitely not on the level of the Howler though, but and especially if you like getting it pack-a-punched is the hard part because it sucks before you do that.
It does,
It takes
but
so long to reload.
if you get a triple pack a punch though, and you get what is it, Speed Cola? It's a good horde clearer.
No, yeah, that we were playing Firebase Z the other day, and I was using it on there, and it's fucking really good. Pack-a-Punch 3. But as I said, it's such a struggle to get it like Pack-a-Punch.
Yeah,
Use it
I don't
when
even use it on pack a punch. I just knife.
I mean,
Um,
yeah,
Knifing is so good now too. Tier 5, you knife and you heal yourself.
yeah,
really,
I got that. That's sick. And it's extra damage as well, isn't it? Like
Yeah,
25% or something.
yeah.
what? So you
Yeah,
what?
so it's
25
longer,
15 or something?
more rounds. Like I think it's like I don't know what it is. It's like
I know
11,
it's
11 or
still a one
12
hit
maybe.
on wave 3 of Outbreak. I think like 11 or 12 on the rounds
Yeah,
survival. But yeah,
And
it's
it's not
pretty more
super
useful.
like boosted like to like 15 or anything, but like 12, 11 or 12.
Yeah, enough to get 1,000 more points.
Yeah.
no, I mean, knifing's been good since the beginning of the game, though. Really, if you can get your
Yeah,
skills leveled up and then use the knife Pack-a-Punch level 3, you like one shot up to like round
that's
2.
one of like the hidden features too. Like nobody like really knows about knifing until like a couple days into the game. It's like, hey, upgrade your knife and you actually use your blowing knife.
Yeah, that was pretty clutch. But I'm kind of curious how this the Outbreak stuff is gonna unfold. I think
But
could really it has a lot of really good potential if they do it right. But Activision has not done good in the past, so it's a 50-50.
I see it becoming a free to play game next to Warzone. That's
Think so?
my yeah. I think that's why they created it. To be honest, they needed a free to play game for the zombie players to play.
Something to
Now they
bring
make
more
a lot
people
of
in, and then
Yeah,
they like that, and
because
then they go
it's
into
free to play right now. Outbreak and the new multiplayer modes.
think about it. Think about how much money they're making off of COD Mobile,
Hmm.
and it's free to play with microtransactions. Like I think they're kind of finally understanding that they can make more money by just doing microtransactions.
But you make a
And
giant zombie map for people
yeah,
to play on, and hey, you play more of this if you buy the game.
because I mean, they could very well just also drop multiplayer free as well and just continue to update it
Yeah,
and just do microtransactions. They need to do that next year, so I don't have to, if I don't want to buy,
yeah.
I have to.
That's what I was sitting here thinking. I
honestly,
was like, the only way I'm buying COD next year is if it's play.
Yeah, no, I mean
Like,
exactly.
so I'm technically not gonna buy it at all. Like I'd do the season pass and like maybe if they want to go back to like DLCs, like purchase DLCs, but they'd have to make really good maps for that because like currently like the maps aren't really that great for the DLCs. Um, but speaking of like the maps on the DLCs, what do y'all think about that jungle map, like
Um,
Apocalypse?
I actually like it a lot. I
I, I,
find it like a really good layout map. More
yeah,
so than I think it's better than some of the maps they released with. To be honest, it's cool. It has like the little tunnels you go into the villages, the wood thing. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, it's
You know what I'm
small,
talking
but it's
about?
got layers and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good
And
so
then the
far.
temple, you got the little window in the temple too. You can go to the mountain.
It's good cosmetics, that's for sure.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
Good
cosmetically pleasing. It
size.
has pretty good flow for this game in particular. Like in comparison to even some of the default maps that came with the game, I kind of agree with Danny. It has better flow than some of those. And I feel like it has to do with the size of the map. I feel like some of the core maps for the game are just way too large. Like Moscow's slightly too big. Miami, slightly too big. They just got too many little, like, weird, like, areas that just hardly ever get used. They're just there for no fucking reason.
Yeah, just like this giant, large open area that nobody's ever gonna go into.
But one thing I noticed about Apocalypse is there's not a single spot on that map that I haven't used for something.
Yeah, for sure. It's
Yeah.
all usable.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, which is cool.
But no, I really dig it. And I back on that fucking AR, I really like that new AR as well. That thing's fun as heck to use.
Yeah, I can't wait to get the sub.
Yeah, that thing looks like it shreds.
Have you guys used the Death Machine yet? I was playing a new map and I had the Death Machine. We were playing Hardpoint. I was just mowing people down with the Death Machine. They were trying to come into the Hardpoint. Shot them through the window. Shot them through the tank.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I don't think it's OP or anything. I think there's a good amount of bullets. Maybe a little bit less bullets. But for the
Yeah, I
most
think
part,
a little bit less.
like the spread
but
is
it's fun.
fine. Like it's like you can't really map people too well.
Nah, it's good for up close. I noticed.
Yeah.
Like medium range.
My biggest thing with it is like not even necessarily the ammo amount. It's the it doesn't give enough strafe penalty. Like I feel like if you're carrying a big ass minigun like that, you're not gonna be strafing like they strafe in the game currently. Like you could strafe like jiggle peek a wall and then come back out spraying and get the kill.
You think they should like add an armor or something, kind of like on Ghost?
They
Not
have
like
armor,
not
though.
as much armor, but like, or maybe
Well,
you,
they have-
do have to connect.
They have
to
the body
pack
armor.
Yeah.
Kill streak though.
Because
So
you
they
do
can
die
counter it
pretty
that way.
quickly in this game. So if you're
Yeah.
like really slow, I don't know if it'd be good. But if you're really slow and then combine it with the body armor, then I bet it would be a lot better.
Yeah, I mean they'd have to do something to balance it in that sense, but I feel like with the mobility it has now, it's just too easy for like maps like Nuketown, even that Apocalypse map, to just hold a main heady and just jiggle the edge of it and then hit fire and pre-fire the when you're going back into check and you get easy kills. Because they're waiting for you to repeat, but then you're fucking hitting them with like a 2-shot weapon that's shooting like fast as hell.
Oh yeah. And the last jungle map, I don't know if y'all knew this, but the last jungle map that came out in Call of Duty was Black Ops 3. And it was only like 1/3 of the section. Y'all remember that map, the Gauntlet on Black Ops 3?
Yeah.
That was
that Black Ops 3 or was
yeah, that was
That was
Black Ops
Black Ops 3. Because I was about to have the glacier, the city, and the jungle.
Oh yeah, we okay, yeah.
And you jump around and fall off in the glacier.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the jungle map on that wasn't really that great. It was too condensed and everything.
It was pretty small,
Like,
to
I'm
be
glad
honest.
that they don't have like a whole
It's
bunch of vines and stuff on Apocalypse. Like vines
Yeah.
and trees and everything.
I mean, I wouldn't mind some like vines and trees. Remember Advanced Warfare? You would use your camos and you would play infected and use your camos to like hide in like bushes or like trees or stuff like that. I wouldn't mind a jungle map where you could like hide, or a forest map, like hide in the trees or hide in the grass.
I think
Like
that's
that'd be-
all perspective on the way that you choose to play Call of Duty. It's based on what your pacing is as a player. Like if that's your play style, yeah, you're gonna want the foliage and all that to give you extra, hiding.
Like Call of
space.
Duty Ghost high grass.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Oh,
but I feel like at the same time, like yes, they could add a couple of vines to give it some more cosmetically pleasing environmental changes to the map. But I don't want a ton of them to where like it's impeding like lines of sight for main like positions.
What's annoying on Cartel with all the bushes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's overkill in my opinion. Like they could have done like half of those bushes and it would have still looked fine there. It feels like they got lazy about it. They were gonna put some other stuff in there, and then they were like, you know what? We're running out of time, guys. We're all working from home. I've got a great idea. Let's just put a whole bunch of chia pets right here in the middle of the fucking map, so nobody can fucking see.
Chia.
Oh,
what
you
would have
don't
been cool is though.
you.
Yeah, but what would have been cool is like they get rid of some of the bushes on each side, and then have the sniper towers So like you go up your sniper tower when you spawn here, and you go through your sniper tower when you go spawn here, and there you go. Instead of that one sniper tower in the middle,
Yeah.
that'd been pretty cool. But
You know what would be even cooler? It's Cartel, Drug Lords map. So instead they use bushes, they use cannabis plants or like poppy seed plants.
I feel like they might have wanted to do that, but lawyers and stuff might have gotten in the way
Well, no, because they've had
Well,
cannabis plants in other video games before.
in Call of Duty.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like definitely.
This Call of Duty has pot plants in it. If you go to the Prestige shop, you can buy calling cards with marijuana on them.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, that, yeah.
I mean, so
I do
if
have
they can
that,
there,
of course.
if
I mean, it'd be so much more environmentally fitting than just bushes.
no, absolutely. And I feel like there should have been like a chemical shed on that map too. Where
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Wonder why they
Like
didn't do
here's
that
this,
then. That's kind of weird.
like here's this drug lord, but no
Because
drugs.
right?
yo, are y'all interested in the Miami update or Miami Strike, the daytime?
I am absolutely, because it could completely change my opinion on the map. I feel like it being nighttime with most of the cosmetic skins for characters being dark color oriented as well, other than the guy that you use, Eric. Uh, like they just blend in, especially if they're like far back holding an AR angle or anything on that map. It's just hard to see them sometimes.
It's
And
smaller too, apparently.
is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're gonna make it smaller.
Oh, cool.
So
oh, I
hopefully they
like that.
just cut off the beach and cut off the docks, and then there you go.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see how they do
Ooh,
it.
but maybe even all right. So although it gets used more on offense for S&D, like in the sense of things, but on the backsides of both, so the northern and the southern side, the spawn points,
Yeah,
there's these buildings in the back or rooms that just never get used. Other than once in a blue moon, someone might use the back room on attacking side in S&D to get around to the beach.
imagine
So
if the pool is in the middle of the map, the diving
that'd
board and the pool,
The diving board.
low key, and then they just like extend it maybe a little bit.
Then
be
everybody's trying to quick scope 360 off of the diving board.
yeah, that's all we need is some more
More
sniping.
snipers.
Yeah, now all we need really right now is just some more confirmations from New World. Really, fuck snipers and Call of Duty. It's want to know more things that are going to be in New World for release. Feel like that could be pretty cool.
I wonder how many expeditions they're gonna have, because those dungeons look pretty fun.
Oh
And
yeah,
they're 5-man dungeons.
yeah. I mean that there was that big, like, they confirmed all that when they confirmed the actual release date. But then I'm pretty sure today they had released the whole companion pet stuff.
Yeah, the
Was
pet
that?
I mean, they've been hinting at that for a while, to be honest. Because if
Well, yeah,
you looked at their the creator pack, I don't know if y'all saw that or not, but that dude with the glasses was like taking a selfie with his dog. Like that's low key hint right there, and that's when it all started. I think that was like a week ago.
yeah, and then
Yeah,
they changed the name of the Twitter and everything to what, Barclays?
yeah, something like that. They've
Yeah,
been doing all sorts of stuff like past couple of days.
and it's looking really really good. Like, if I would be happy, because the biggest, one of the biggest forms of content in the game is going to be PvP and doing the sieges on cities and stuff.
Hmm.
Uh, so I feel like as long as there's roughly 4 or 5 dungeons to do with increasing difficulty, uh, whether it be like normal, hard, and then mythic, or not necessarily name them those exactly, but just different tiers of difficulty for better loot.
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool. And then, and as I said, I'm excited to just PvP on the game. The PvP is so fun on there, and it's only gonna have gotten better, I feel like, because when we played in the game preview, the game was, it was in a preview state. It wasn't a finalized state, so the combat wasn't like bad. It was a little wonky sometimes, really unbalanced. Like the war hatchet
The
was
Warhammer?
no,
The hatchet. Yeah, you just keep slicing, slicing, slicing. Like,
you can just attack for forever, and
yeah,
then once you leveled it up, you got an ability that if you killed an enemy, it healed you. So you could just like run up and take on like 3 dudes at the same time, and as long as you killed one of them, you got your health back, and then you just fuck up the next guy.
Weren't they doing like they were tweaking the weapons during the preview, weren't they? Like balancing?
No, I don't even think we got any like actual updates for that while we played it.
Maybe it was
Uh,
just them telling us about it,
I
like
think
saying
they
that they would.
yeah, exactly. I think they documented things and said that, hey, yes, we're planning on fixing this.
I remember doing a lot of PvP on ESO. As long as it's up to scale on that, it should be fun. It's more so it takes place of like the player community, you know, if we're all like role playing and trying to attack the castle or take down the fort.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna
It's
be
gonna make
pretty
it a
cool.
lot more fun.
It's gonna be almost yeah, because you're talking about not necessarily the individual PvP matches, but you're talking about
Like the group,
The group.
open.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
Outpost
whole
Rush
entire
is a
world,
20v20 PvP battle.
yeah.
Outpost Rush. Is that the highest, or is it going up to like 50-50?
The Outpost Rush seems like it's a dedicated like battleground PvP mode. Because that's not what they call the when you attack the other cities. And I want to say when they attack in the other city stuff should be 50 versus 50.
Gotcha. And that's just to take
Okay,
control and stuff, huh?
Yeah.
that'll
So
be a lot of fun. Yeah,
oh
more
yeah,
people you have like playing at the same time makes it way
right.
more immersive.
And that's been a big push for the whole Hellfire Coalition push that, especially Eric's been putting so much effort and time into that. Uh that getting those people that are like-minded, that want to create content, they want to play it to be immersed into the game, having that beforehand is going to be really essential for how well we do in the game, because uh if we end up being the guild or the company that takes over a city, if we're not up to 50 members, that means we're just having to pick up random people
Yeah,
from the community that are part of our faction to help defend, which means they're not necessarily going to jump in Discord with us and they're not going to be on the same page. So I feel like the closer we can get to that 50 number, the better off we'll be, honestly. Just so we're not having to depend on so many random players to fill in.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
for
definitely.
sure. And speaking of the Hellfire Coalition, um, our Discord's gonna be popping hopefully by the time they launch. That way we can like do expeditions and everything, like not just
Yeah,
PvP, but like expeditions and like maybe questing or trading, crafting. Like maybe somebody in there is like super good at like building swords or whatever. Like just tell that person, hey, I'll give you
Well,
those supplies and go, and you get a dope ass sword or whatever weapon that you want. Not everybody has to do everything in the game, and that
yeah,
really
like
helps out the
dedicated.
game and the community that we'll have, and you don't have to grind out 100 hours just to be able to do everything that you want.
oh, exactly. And I mean, you also got to account for just some of the basic quest lines in the game require you to be in a status effective open world PvP. So good luck soloing some of those quests you need to do on while you're open world because you got to think there's going to be other factions that are rolling 10, 15 squad deep, running around doing those quests. And you're out there, Mr. Soloing it up, and next thing you know, yellow guys roll up on you and they whoop your ass, and then you're like, well, fuck, there went my quest. So I definitely, even in that aspect, just questing to some extent is going to require cooperation from other people in order for you to have success in the game, which I think that's good. I want it to push the requirement of socializing and having those people that you depend on to be able to thrive in the game. That way it keeps the community nice and like tight.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
Yeah,
big thing. Like building up like early on is gonna be like game changing basically. We're just like the only people on there that, like you said, super hard playing against 15 other players in a group.
Yeah.
Imagine open world quests and you have 15 squad deep and they have 15 squad deep, give or take 5 or 6 people, 3 5 people. That'd be
hmm,
Yeah.
fun PvP right there.
oh yeah,
That's
definitely.
not even a game mode.
Yeah,
So like there's just so many layers, and I feel like them adding on the strongholds and all that kind of stuff. That's giving us more than just what was originally promised, it being heavily PvP oriented. It's giving players something that they can just join a random group and do. And then there's also going to be the requirements for you're going to need people that you know and can actually discuss strategy with as well.
What's y'all's opinion on Group Finder? You think there's gonna be a Group Finder for like dungeons and stuff like that, or
Hopefully, but
Well,
it really
see,
depends on the team building it.
how I feel about that is it's a good thing for a dead community. Like when a game dies, yeah, you want a queue or something to join that kind of queues you up along with a whole bunch of other people so you can actually get into the content. I'm hoping that they don't off Jump Street. So it forces, as I said, that's going to force immersion into the sense because you're going to have to talk to surrounding people and be like, hey, like Eric said, we could have someone dedicating a swordsmith within the company, and they're bringing in our company gold via the fact that they're able to help other people in the community by selling said goods that they're not capable of getting. Uh, and then there's just so much that can really push, like, it's going to take the right community of people, and not even that it's on the capacity that WoW is. I don't think each server holds anywhere near as many players as WoW does. Like I think it's capped to how many people can join to each server, because if you remember during the preview they had like 35 servers or something that were live during the game preview.
I don't remember any of that. I just picked
Like,
it, then I was in.
right. Nonetheless, I don't know how they're going to work that out. We'll just have to wait and see. Uh, but if it is smaller server capacities like that, like it will, at least like it was during the preview, it's going to require us not only like being competitive, but at the same time, uh, being respectful to even the people that we're beating. Because if we talk a lot of shit and we treat people bad on the server after beating their ass in a fight or something, then people are just going to quit playing, and then our server's going to die, and then we're going to have to move to a different server. Which I
Oh, how
don't.
many? How many? Like you say, servers limit. How many people are limited to a server?
I think in the preview it was 1,000 people per server.
Oh, well, I feel like that's like plenty of people.
What
Well,
you
right.
think, but
But if you slowly start kicking people's asses, and then groups of people leave, and then people that are parts of guilds or companies, uh, people start leaving their company and stop playing, and then they're like, "Well, I ain't got nobody to play with," so they stop playing. And then next thing you know, 10 people turns into 100, and then 100 turns into 200, and then there's a whole faction that isn't being played because nobody plays on the server anymore for that faction.
yeah, I'm hoping
Okay.
it's not super like in the preview it was like two factions. Like the third faction really wasn't that popular at all. I hope it's more like even across the faction player base.
I think they were just trying to replicate any other game that's an MMO that has factions. Most of them have three of them. Like ESO had three of them, correct?
Yeah.
I want to say uh, I wouldn't mind it being like somewhat like WoW's, because WoW really has like two main factions, that being the Horde and the Alliance. Uh, and that gives you that nice median there. Not that the lore and the storyline doesn't change that to some extent throughout the different expansions and stuff, but the core concept is the Horde don't mess with the Alliance and vice versa. But I don't know.
Ebonscale Reach. Ebonscale Reach is a pretty cool looking like add on to the map. Have you seen that, Danny?
Yeah, I've been looking into that.
Like
Those
a
look pretty.
like what is that? Asian architecture? It looks really
Looks
Yeah,
like.
cool. Hopefully they do a lot of different like variances because it did seem like a lot of those places for the most part were the same places, just random positions of like buildings. Like it'd be the same type of like environment in every single like what is that city or
Yeah.
yeah, it reminds me a lot of like back to what you were saying, like the structures and everything remind me of like the Edo period of like Japan, like the structuring of their like temples and all that kind of shit. Yeah.
yeah.
Like that's
You
what
think
it
they're
gave.
gonna have like different type of like specific called like um like animals and everything like that in that area, or do you think it's gonna be more so the same?
I don't know. I think it would be pretty cool for them to add maybe like in that area, since it kind of has that oriental feel to it, to Japan and stuff. Is like maybe like some sort of like tigers or something along them lines, or like maybe panthers or something cool along them lines. But they don't necessarily have to do that for that to thrive, since it's gonna, I'm sure it's gonna have some sort of special NPC and enemy types in that area. But here is the thing that drew my attention, is that the whole lore behind the game doesn't specify like as you can see, you like fight Templars and all that kind of stuff, pirates, etc., etc. Anybody that's stumbled across a Eternum. Uh, so if there's that Japanese era like building structure and everything, I can I get samurai armor?
Yeah, low key, like you have to go to that area to create your samurai armor or samurai
Like
weapons,
Yeah.
like
that'd be
cosmetic
super.
weapons.
Like yeah. Like I mean that would that's if there's something like that when the game comes out, I'm best game ever. Like that's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
Like I'm looking forward to finding out, to be quite honest.
that's interesting. That would be like a reason to want to go to other towns.
Yeah, that'd be
Sure.
hype.
No, yeah, I mean exactly. And like did like I know that your intentions, Danny, and also yours, Eric, also mine, is to like create content and stuff for New World in some shape or form, whether it be role playing, PvPing, dungeons, in-game raid, uh, whatever it is you're doing. But did you guys
Smacking
know that?
trees.
Yeah, smack.
Yeah,
World actually offers a content creator uh, like title and stuff that you can actually apply to be up under. Uh,
didn't one of our HellFire Coalition members got that opportunity, didn't he? He signed up for that.
yeah,
Wait, what was that? You said YouTube?
no, it's just a content creator like within the community. You kind of
Oh,
sign,
okay.
and it marks your account on the website and everything as a content creator for the game.
Oh,
And then
okay.
like I have it pulled up. I was gonna read
What's
you
the
guys exactly.
requirements?
That's yeah, I'm gonna read everything to you real quick. It's not a ton. Um, it says calling all creators. Are you a streamer, video host, wiki author, writer, artist, fan site admin, guild leader, or gaming mentor eager to contribute to the New World community? We are excited to offer the New World Creator Program. This program is designed to empower you to collaborate with the New World team and other creative members in the community. The program is designed to ensure you have the opportunities, access, and tools to do your best work. The program will officially launch before closed beta in 2021. Sign up now will help let us know what you wish to be included. It's like how we can help you. Signing up for the creator program is a great way to let us know you're interested in working with us to make your New World content even better. As a member of the creator program, you could have access to a variety of benefits, including early access to future content, giveaway codes, exclusive partner swag, social media promotion, access to special events, direct communication with the development team, and much more. We are looking for creators who are passionate. You are passionate about your craft, content, or helping other people within the community. Productive, you are actively creating content, activities, or resources for your community. Engaging, you are present, you communicative, and eager to form relationships in the New World community. And respectful, you care about others and don't feed negativity or toxicity. You always play by the rules and you don't cheat or support cheating behavior.
Yeah, that
So,
sounds
I
dope.
mean,
Yeah,
realistically,
that
like
sounds legit.
it definitely says guild leaders. So I feel like applying, and then you, especially Eric, as I said earlier, Eric's been putting in work promoting and getting us featured in other content creators YouTube videos and such. He's putting in a lot of effort there. that I think like we should all probably sign up for this. It would be pretty cool, especially if we can help the community by getting codes and being able to give out codes to the community, especially other people within our server as well. Like I said, we want to make sure our server stays active for the longevity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds really cool and interesting because like a lot of games, like Call of Duty, for instance, like we were talking before, like they don't really support too much of the YouTube content, and it seems like Amazon Games is really wanting to push that, so that's very interesting.
No,
And really good games like want to push the content because they know the extent of how popular a game can get from content creators by itself.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah. I mean, it's gonna. That makes or breaks a lot of developers in my book, to be quite honest. Um, and I'm actually kind of happy with Amazon, unlike a lot of people that are all butthurt that it got postponed again for 2021 to August. But I will stand adamant on I don't care how long I have to wait for a game, as long as it's right when it comes out. Look at, for example,
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk. Yes, that's
Oh,
exactly where I was going. Like it got delayed, it got delayed, it got delayed, and it got delayed, and people were getting upset. So then what did they do? They're like, all right, whatever. I guess we're gonna release it on the most recent update as far as when we said we were gonna release it, even if it's not ready. And for you PS4 people and Xbox One people, I'm sorry.
prayers, bro.
That was that was tragic.
I saw like
Uh,
a G Fuel or a Mountain Dew can, and it said Xbox code for Cyberpunk. I was like, prayers, nobody's buying that.
so I mean, that just proves to me that like yes, I get being frustrated that a game's getting delayed, but I wouldn't even really be hurt if it got close to August and they delayed again for a couple more months. As long as the game is in a proper state on release, I'll be happy because bad releases kill the community as well, and I don't want to kill the game before it's even got started.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That everything?
But a good community can save the game too at the same time, though.
Oh, I mean,
A dedicated
absolutely.
community, but like if you're referring to Fallout, like y'all have had a community for years and years. Like this is their first technical
Okay.
first game. Like Amazon Games don't have really a community like currently.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's almost like a cult following, such as. Do you guys remember Chronicles of Illyria?
No.
Chronicles of
It
Illyria, was that the BR?
no,
What was that?
Chronicles of Illyria. It was the MMO that your character was supposed to age out, and you were supposed to like mate in the game to make the new
Yeah,
character. and stuff.
it never came out, did it?
No, remember, like it was maybe 2019, the end of 2019, maybe early 2020. They had announced that they were stopping development of the game.
I'm glad I never put money into
And
that.
like there were people that like bought the like Lord packages on their crowdfund wherever they were doing that, Kickstarter or wherever they were doing it, I can't remember. And those packages were like $10,000 and stuff like that.
Oh wow.
So those people got
Having land and stuff inside the game and whatnot, I
yeah,
believe.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then what the lead dev for the company, I can't even remember who was making it. He announced that they just didn't have money to continue pursuing it the way that they were. That a good amount of the developers that were working on the game are now working on it for free in their free time. So, AKA, it's not coming out. Be hurt over your $10,000. I'm glad I didn't invest, but it's tragic because I was kind of looking forward to it as well.
Yeah,
Like the
it
whole
sounded
concept.
good.
Yeah, and it looked good as well. Like any of the little tidbits I seen of it looked really great. But I think the community would have been happy if they had just early accessed us. Honestly,
7.9 million plus crowdfunding.
yeah, that's insane, ain't it?
Wow.
17.9. Is that what you said, or
7.
7.9?
Yeah.
I mean, that's still a pretty
That's
That's still a lot of money.
a lot of money somebody's not getting back, bro. for a
See,
lot of
that's what I'm
people.
saying. Is there's all these small studios that are wanting to give us the next cutting edge thing, but they just don't have the money behind them. And then we got all these AAA companies that are just rinsing and repeating the same shit and scooping it up onto a fucking plate for us. And we're like, yeah, gimme, 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 gimme. It's got zombies. It's got a battle pass. What about
Yeah.
microtransactions? Those really get my socks off.
Yeah, and not to mention, oh, this gun's got a camo. I need that camo. Oh wait, it's only for that
Yeah.
gun. Okay, well whatever. I still want that gun, but nobody likes that gun anyways. But I still want it, bro.
Right. So, I like the way that things are going. We just need the AAA companies to like grow a pair and try to come up with something new. I'm tired of playing the same 5 things.
It's gotta be a new company, bro. Amazon Games is like they're coming, bro. I feel like they're definitely gonna succeed on this, and
I feel like they
they're
were
gonna be
the
one of those developers that are in the top 5 now.
Hopefully,
Hopefully.
because EA dropped real fast,
well, shit. I mean,
and Microsoft is buying Bethesda now, so no
yeah,
more. I mean, we're still gonna have Bethesda, but it's gonna be Microsoft now. So
right. That's gonna be crazy. And then, but I mean, think about it. Like you mentioned it when you were watching me stream it the other day. Is that game Valheim? It's not the most cosmetically pleasing game,
Hmm.
but those guys did something with that game that is extreme. Like it's a really well made game. It just doesn't look cosmetically pleasing in some cases. It's a more like a retro art style. Uh, but that from my understanding, I don't know the exact number. But they have a very small studio working on that game. Like I want to say it's in the ballpark of like 10 or under are working on that game. And it just broke a record that not many games beat. And it's been a long while since a AAA titles beat it, as the 500,000 concurrent players on Steam.
4
Like
million copies sold.
yeah, I mean, like those, and for $20, like that Amazon's gonna have to bring the heat this year if they're gonna want to compete with that,
oh
because
yeah,
it's
well, a lot
a
of games are, to be honest.
yeah, I mean it's very well made and it costs $20 and it's not finished yet and it already has a ton of content. Like there's boss fights, mobs, dungeons, building bases. The only thing it's missing, in my opinion, is some sort of like PvPing of some sort.
My thing is, it only has like a 10-player server size though.
Right, but
So
that's
Really?
because it's
yeah,
as of now. I'm sure in the future it may change. As I said, I'm pretty sure it's a very small studio working on the game. So making it, there's no telling how long they've been working on it, but it's a very well made game. I enjoy it, and I'm like, if Amazon brings the heat like these guys did coming into the community like that, shit, we about
it's
to
all
see.
about something new. People want something new and innovative.
Right, and it just and that's what I was getting at. Is it's just uh the only companies that are willing to do that are these super small companies, and that only hurts the situation because of things that, like we discussed it earlier as well. They promote it, you spend your money on it in hopes that it's going to come out, and then 2-3 years into development they're like, yes, sorry, we're going to quit development. Like it's happened over a lot of big titles that were like cutting edge tech via Maverick Proving Ground. Not that Islands of Nine was anything fancy or anything. It was just a standard battle royale. But that being canceled, fucking what else got Chronicles of Illyria got canceled the same way. I feel like there was something else we invested in that got canceled.
I mean, I
Did
feel
you
like
mention Anthem?
Treyarch and
Anthem. I mean, Anthem as well. I mean,
but I feel like Treyarch and Bethesda are both like trying to be into. I mean, Treyarch has the Outbreak coming out, Outbreak mode, and Bethesda has the whole Fallout 76 thing they're trying to do.
right. But
And both
is
those hold like new ideas.
exactly. But they're just kind of stepping into those
No
realms
Man's
of the.
Sky.
No, they've done a
They've
lot
done
to that.
really a
Yeah.
lot of work, but
Uh-huh.
like their launch wasn't that great either.
Their launch was just as bad as Fallout and Anthems, if not worse.
I still have that game. I just haven't played it. I've got
What
16
game?
hours. No Man's Sky.
Really, I have it. I just haven't played it a lot. But like, they evidently like added VR support. You can evidently do space battles. All sorts of stuff. You can play it co-op.
The
That
planets are
wasn't.
like more distinct between each other as well, I believe.
Yeah.
Now,
Like, I
base building.
but
I'll tell you what game was kind of disappointment was Outer Worlds.
you thought that was a disappointment? I thought it was pretty good. It was very short. Don't get me wrong.
I thought it was very repetitive.
But well, did you just fly through it, or did you actually listen to the storyline?
I mean, I actually listened to the story and everything. Actually, I was doing the same thing over and over again. I mean, some other planets felt super empty. I mean, we went to the one planet with the dinosaurs in the dark, and there was just nothing on it. Yeah, that planet was just wasted space.
Splitgate Arena Warfare, the Halo Portal combined game.
Does that even have a player base currently? Like, I'm looking it up.
What?
What's the Steam charts for that?
Splitgate or what Danny's talking about?
For Splitgate. 111 players.
Oh, it's popping.
I mean, shit.
Yo, Valheim's at second top games by current viewers. 287,000 current viewers right now. There's no way. It peaked at 900 or 498,000. Where's the millions of That's always weird to me. Is that, I guess that's concurrent, but
See, that's not accurate
that can't be accurate.
because I know that they broke 500,000 all-time peak, and then I mean, shit, 264,935 players
Right now.
currently playing it, dude.
11 o'clock at night.
Wow.
At midnight Eastern Standard Time, sitting here grinding it up on Valheim. Like, I want to see these numbers doubled, Amazon. You hear me? I want those numbers doubled.
Damn.
I'm ready to slap some kids around with a frostbow.
Yeah, but I think that's it. Anything else y'all want to talk about?
I mean,
You want to say what your name is on Twitter, where people can find you at, or?
Oh,
My
all
Twitter
that stuff,
handle-
we don't need it, bro. All that stuff is
Yeah.
going to be in the description below. Like, what are we doing? Like, we got the links all below, bro. Don't worry about it.